I feel like I start every video with me just sighing. Hello, and welcome back to another video. Today's video is kind of a follow-on from my latest, and I just want to basically sit down and talk about loneliness. I've been struggling with loneliness quite a lot in the last few weeks, just in general, but I think actually very soon a lot of people globally are going to start feeling alone and lonely because of the whole pandemic, coronavirus chaos. So yeah, I think that is certainly going to be something that for someone like myself who's already been struggling with loneliness, and then having the added constraint, I guess, as things progress, it's becoming more and more likely that we're all going to be on lockdown and self-isolating, and you know, regardless of your health. And obviously for younger people like myself, we need to also be doing our bit so that we don't actually just carry this around and spread it to others. But we all know about it, it's on the news all the time. And yes, so loneliness, that was a long old tangent. Anyway, I thought I could do a sit down talking video on it as more of like a reflective video and something that's not so me just moaning. I was having a bit of a bad morning and I didn't want it to come across like I am not good. I'm okay, but yeah, just the overriding feeling I've got at the moment is just being lonely, and therefore every morning it's a bit of a... Since I filmed that 4 days ago now, I've been feeling a little bit better. Since living alone, I've found a lot of freedom, obviously, and freedom is great. However, with this freedom, you have to be very honest with yourself and very self-disciplined. Obviously, I am 20, so I suppose I am quite young. I don't know. Maybe I'm young to be living alone now, but I've had circumstances in my life that's led me to be alone now. I don't really want to get into it, but being my age and having the problems I do, sometimes this whole thing can get a bit much. I don't want it to go. It's something that I'm not going to give up on. It's just adjusting. But when you have such a responsibility, you do need to be, well, disciplined, and it's something that I have lacked a little bit. And I think this is definitely because of certain testing situations that have arisen in my life recently. So that's definitely had a huge effect on why I feel this way, but that's not to disregard the fact that I would probably feel like this if that stuff never happened anyway. So with this overwhelming emotion of loneliness, all I've wanted to do is run away, and I have too many times now. I think it's too many times. It's only been maybe 5 times in the last 6 weeks. Run away, but you know, yeah. I'm talking about this now because I've done this about 5 times, going to unis and family and whatever, and just basically not being able to handle being here on my own. I've come to the realisation that I'm running away from this place, and this place isn't the problem. The problem's in my head, because despite where I go, I still feel the same. There's a short-term temporary relief of like, I'm around people, I'm not at home, like, woo, like when I go to people's unis, I'm like, I'm on holiday, and just like treat it as if I'm on holiday, but I'm not. Basically all I'm doing is killing time. That's less time here, and I you know, my whole attitude at the moment, which isn't good, is being to kill time until everyone comes back from university. And what kind of life is that for myself? Yes, I'm looking forward to the summer and seeing friends, as long as the coronavirus doesn't lock us all down for the entire summer, which will be really not great. So you can expect more vlogs if that does happen, because I'm going to be at home doing fuck all, and that's not good for my mental state. I've realised it's a lot easier for us as humans to blame a place or a person for why we feel a certain way, and so we just result in, I need to get away, I need a break. Of course that is helpful sometimes, but I've quickly realised that I need a break and I need to get away is becoming my go-to coping strategy. That is just not healthy, because I will never learn to be an adult who lives alone. I will never learn to feel comfortable with myself, and financially I can't keep driving across the country just so I don't have to be on my own for a night. It's not feasible, I've found. The problem is the way I'm viewing situations, like being in this mindset of my life is on pause until everyone else is back. The problem is I'm not allowing myself to have time to just live and be in the present. I feel as though I'm constantly rushing towards this fabricated future just to get quicker away from my past. And by doing this, all I'm doing is tripping up over and over again on the things that are right in front of me, and I'm getting nowhere. It doesn't help that unfortunately I am the only one that lives at home. Home is in our hometown still, and everyone has moved away. So when shit hits the fan, you know, you gravitate towards your friends and having more of a social life. You just up it all to have more going on so you don't feel so alone. But obviously I can't do that. I have to travel a few hours to see people, and I don't have a job. You know, I do this bit of voluntary work, but to me, I don't have what I see as like real responsibilities to keep me distracted. I don't want this to sound like I'm blaming people again. That is just the situation. I've realised that I need to start looking for comfort in myself. But every time I try and come round to this idea and I start putting things in place to help myself, again, bad attitude and bad mindset about it, but I just keep feeling like I'm an extra in everyone else's life. I feel like everyone has their own script and each individual is the lead actor in their script. I keep coming round to this stupid idea that I don't have a script worth acting out, and so I just wait for other people, friends, whatever, to come back into my life, and I can then be a part of their script. I can be an extra in the background. When I feel this way, I see that as the only way I can feel whole, because I've got so detached from being the lead in my own script. I think, you know, having years of illness, you don't feel like a person, you just feel ill, and your whole life is consumed by it. And things like education and work and, you know, goals, they go on a back burner because, you know, your goal when you get to that point in recovery is to recover, and that is it. You know, it's hard to think about things when you're ill other than wellness. And then you get to a point where you completely do lose, or I don't think I'm the only one, but you do completely lose sight of the person you always envisioned yourself to be. And I think that's why I'm struggling at the moment to be on my own, because I don't know how to, because I've for too long now attached myself to other people and then been a part of their life rather than be a part of mine, if that makes sense. Saints. It's a really shit way to think, and I know the only person that thinks that way about me is me. So don't worry. I am every time realising what I'm doing and thinking, and this pattern and this cycle of it, and I am slowly but surely trying to sort it out. I can either do that, or I can just keep running away and just hoping that I'll get the opportunity to be in someone else's script because I'm going to their uni and I'm going, and do you know what I mean? It's not the way I want to live. So it's about time that I start writing my own script, start bloody acting it. It's sad. It's sad of me to rely on others to give me a life. Not in a way like they can get, but like make me feel a part of life. People come and go in our lives, and the sooner that you start to realise that in life you really do only have yourself, the quicker, I think and I hope, happiness and wholeness will come. Time is a healer, and I just wish that time would move just a little bit faster sometimes, so I can stop missing the people that have left my life. All this video, all I'm trying to say is I know where I'm going wrong. This is an observation on my behaviour, and I don't know if anyone else can relate. It's time to start moving forward. It's time to actually be more grounded in myself, work out what it is I want. But anyway, I hope we're all well, and I hope that everyone is staying safe as possible with the old virus. Thank you for watching if you have, and I'll see you in the next one, which will hopefully be sooner than the gaps have been recently. I've just been sad and alone and didn't want to film, but that's not productive, so we're gonna film more, okay? Sweet. Have a good day. Goodbye. Oh, I feel really hyper now, I don't know why. Oh God, these mood swings.